Thank you, Manny. Early this morning, we do still have that dense fog advisory in effect until 9 o'clock. So heading out the door, make sure you have this in the back of your mind. Give yourself a little extra time and extra space on those roadways as well. Visibility could drop to 1/4 of a mile or less within those areas of dense fog. Most of us under that advisory, again, for just a little bit longer, few more hours until about 9 o'clock. And speaking of fog, this is a live look out of our WRX camera. Can't really see much, especially not past some of these trees. Definitely seeing that fog developing throughout most of northern Illinois, as we are seeing that even impacts on visibility here. Under half a mile for Monroe, you can see that dense fog into southern Wisconsin. Bringing you back to northern Illinois, about 1.5 miles for visibility near Rochelle. Same goes for Sterling, about half a mile even in DeKalb. Give yourself a few extra minutes. This, of course, won't last all day long as we then trade it in for some sunshine. We have great conditions just in time for the last city market of the season. We'll end up seeing lots of sun, and your temperatures, they climb into those mid to upper 70s. So very pleasant and warm, just stunning weather to wrap up your Friday. And speaking of stunning weather, we settle into a pattern of seeing just that over the next several days. That's thanks to this pattern that's shaping up. We talked about the Omega block. That'll really just block out any of those fall-like conditions, keep us under an area of high pressure, nice and dry, sunny and warmer. Those temperatures will stay in the 80s for several days. You heard me right, 80s. Starting into your Saturday, you can see it shapes up right over the Great Lakes region into early next week before we end up seeing that change coming through, bringing us really back to reality, which means fall, of course, into the 60s, if not 50s. So we see a bigger cool down coming in at the end of next week, but at least for today, we'll only end up seeing sunshine and some pleasant temperatures. 77 degrees by your afternoon. The fog will exit, sunshine moves in, and we stay mostly clear even through tonight. Temperatures drop into the upper 50s as we end up welcoming in those very warm temperatures. 84 degrees for your Saturday, plenty of sunshine, stunning weather all weekend long. Take a look at that. October 1st, 83 degrees, really just a rinse and repeat of what we'll see on Saturday. And you can really just copy and paste mostly the same forecast into next week. We drop maybe a couple degrees, but still in those low 80s as we then see some changes coming up ahead. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, you'll end up noticing that we slowly fall into not only the 60s, but then the upper 50s, trending cooler, definitely more like fall into that extended forecast. Manny.